The fusion's gone. Where'd it go? There it is. Didn't go far. I tried starting it today. Really didn't want to start up very well. I imagine the battery's just about dead, and she's cold, and she's sat for probably 3 weeks, so a lot of combining issues with that. But what we're going to do now is I've already carried a battery out, and we're going to get this thing to go. I haven't tried firing it yet. It's been a while. Geez, I think the last time this thing was ran was Canadian Thanksgiving, which is the first weekend of October. It's pretty much been parked here since October, I guess. We got air in one of the tires. It's not too bad. Yeah, that one's holding air. Back tire's flat on the passenger side. Front tire's flat. Driver's side rear's holding air, so we got air on opposite sides, but oh, let me just close the hood maybe. Let's see if this thing will fire up. Alright, just gonna climb in. Ugh. Alright, we're in. No key, computer, fuel pump, alternator, starter. Fired right up. Impressive. Let's drive. Oh, this thing's running rich. On the ice, to be honest. Reverse. There's so much ice. Well, I wanted it backed in, but due to the tire situation, I don't think that's going to happen. The problem is my whole driveway's ice, and these tires are not very good on ice. So I just basically sat there spinning. This tire looks like she's hardened to the strut, so I doubt that she was turning. Yeah, you can see where it was dragging for most parts. So if I'm going to a winter derby, these are all things that I got to take into account. I got to take into account that stuff's not going to turn very well on ice. Now I do have some 15-inch snows right here. Might put 15s on this, but realistically, these are some big tires. Like that's the difference right there to the 15s. I guess that one's flat, so that doesn't really matter. Let's go to the other side. There you go. I guess those are not that much bigger, to be honest. I guess they're not that much bigger. But anyway, there's your 15s right there. I guess first things first is different tire on the back, or maybe space it out. I'm thinking a completely different tire just to make it so it spins more freely. And then maybe put air in the front tires. Maybe some better tires to see if we can get this thing into the shop a little bit better. Because it is going to need some plates, and there is no coolant system in this thing as of right yet, so I don't need to run this thing for an hour trying to get it into the shop. As soon as it started moving, I was like, get it in the shop. So let's do some tire swaps and see what we can do. We got the little trailer donut on the back. My hands are freezing. I got one double on the front, but here's the problem we have with the other double. Can't get it off the ground. It's not that it's really heavy, it's that it's frozen. So This is the next goal challenge, to get this thing up. Just trying to swing the sledgehammer with one hand is not really working, but we got to get this out of the ground now. I got 4 new tires on this thing. Let's see how she starts up. Ugh. Starts up and moves. Well, that was much better. So this thing's coming in here now for mainly a little bit of repairs to the front frame, some plates. Because the car's already been ran once and the frame is actually bent, I'm allowed to put plates. They're called repair plates. So we're gonna try to put some repair plates onto this thing. Maybe try to straighten out this back tire a bit. And tighten down some threaded rod. Maybe, I don't even want to install any threaded rod into the front of it. And I got to put a cooling system, which is just a little bit of looped rad hoses. And I do want to fix the steering. As you see, this tire is pointing this way just a bit, and this one is pretty much straight. So one of the struts is bent, or both of them. This one here looks like it's a bit bent. And this one here looks like she's a bit bent as well. So there's not a whole lot I can do. I want to put steel behind the struts. I was allowed to do that from the very beginning with these things, with this car, but I never really did it. So I'm probably going to do it now. Like I said, just a little bit more welding. And where I'm talking the frame being bent, I'll just open the hood and show you guys that. Looks like we have a fresh oil leak here. Oh yeah, that's oil. Well, it's coming out between the head and the block, so that's really not a good sign. It does have oil in it. We'll just double check that before the derby. The main spot where this car is bent is right underneath the battery tray. It's kinked pretty hard. So I'm going to probably cut out a little bit of the battery tray and weld in my 4" by 4" plate right there. This side here has started to go, but I don't think it's big enough that the officials will let me put a plate. But right here is actually blown apart. You can see a nice little rip right there. So maybe I'll put a plate here, because that is quite obviously bent, and see if I can make that do anything there. But last year I went to this event with plates on a fresh car, let's just say that, and I had to cut them all off. So this year I'm going with the used car that is way underbuilt again, but I'm probably still going to put the plates on it. But this year I don't think he's going to make me cut them off. And let's get this thing up. And I just put these tires on, but now we're probably going to have to take them off. But there's lots of work that could be done to this thing. It's just how much effort do I really want to put in. I'm actually really impressed with how much of the comments I've got from you guys about, you guys all want to see me derby the Camry and save the Fusion. I really didn't see that coming. But we're about to just take the tires off and take another look. I just put these on, so let's do a job twice, I guess. Well, the Camry's back in the shop, and you know what? This thing's done me real good. I don't know if you guys remember this, but this thing was first ran in Beaton, Ontario. It didn't do so well. I had some motor issues, and I kind of broke both rear struts off. And then from Beaton, it went to Grand Valley, where the wife figure eighted it. She did great. And then I mini smashed it where I realized I forgot to put the bolt in for the steering, so I lost steering quite quickly, but it kind of came and went. I ended up pulling off a second place, which was nice. And then it went to Aaron, where it won its heat and feature. And I was pretty impressed with that. And you know what? It's bent. It's beaten. The transmission takes 3 seconds to go into a gear. But it hasn't let me down yet. Since the new motor went into this thing has not let me down. It's got to be at least negative 15, 16 degrees Celsius outside today, so I'm pretty much going to call it quit. It took me about probably an hour to get all these vehicles moved around, because as soon as they go outside, these weak batteries, they don't like to live. But I'm going to have to come back out here tomorrow night after work. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to use to fix it. I'm going to use 1x1 to fix behind the struts. Usually I use 2x2, but I can't fit 2x2, so we're going to use 1x1. And then for the repair plates, we have our 4" by 3 3/4 plates. The reason why they're such a weird shape is because I got them from work. So I'm allowed 4x4, but 4x4, 3 3/4 works perfectly. And then to fix the tie rods, we have a 19 mil and a 14 mil. Hopefully that will be just about everything. Hopefully that will be everything I need fixed on this thing fixed, and then I'll just need to bring a whole bunch of seat belts. So I'm going to go inside. I'm going to try to edit up this video tonight, and then I'm going to read all the comments that you guys left me on today's video, which is Monday. So this will be Tuesday's video. But I'm going to see what you guys think. I still haven't decided if I'm going to take the Fusion or if I'm going to take the Camry, but life's all about choices, so I'm happy I got some. So thanks for watching, guys, and come back tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and we will be welding this car and putting some plates on it, and hopefully getting it ready and putting a cooling system into it. No radiator, just looped lines. It's freaking cold out here. See you guys back here tomorrow.